Hello YouTube, and welcome to another general vlog video. Today we are coming out on the islands. Now if you can look right past this brown house here, you can see the water. We're at the end of this island as far as we can go. This is called Minnewakan Island. Minnewakan Island. So basically this is a very small island. The next island is Tecumseh Island, which is a little bit bigger, and I'll kind of show you how all this works. Once we get up here, we're going to be and you guys don't worry, I have my seatbelt on and I have both hands on the wheel, so I am very, very, very cautious about how I film. So as you can see here off to the right and left, we're getting ready to cross a bridge, which makes this completely surrounded by water. So that is an island, and we used to jump off these bridges when we were kids. Well, look at that color blue on that house. Wow. This is now we're coming on to Tecumseh Island, and you can see, you know, they got beautiful little decorations and stuff. They're proud of where they live. So once again, this island is a little bit bigger than Minnewakan Island. And this up here used to be a little gas station that we could use on the water. I almost actually bought this business at one time. Kind of glad I didn't. They're having a lot of trouble with it. Look at that. They actually built a little tiny house on a boat. Maybe that's what we need to do. But anyways, this place has sold and been resold and taken back and resold and taken back so many times that I'm so glad that I didn't fall into that money pit back, it's probably well over 20 years ago. No, actually, I guess it wasn't. I guess it was about 16, 17 years ago I could have bought that. And I'm just glad that I didn't get wrapped up into that, because it seems that everybody there fails. Okay, anyways, now you can see on each side, and you can see the water there and the water over here. Now we're going on to Cranetown Island, which now Cranetown Island is smaller. Cranetown Island is where we were. If you go back and watch the Pugh Island nature walk, that is where that is. Pugh Island is off of Cranetown Island. And we're coming up onto the next island, just right up here by those yellow signs. And off to your left, that's where I took you to Pugh Island to walk around. Now, Pugh Island is actually attached to Crane Island, so I don't know how they technically call it an island, but it is. So now we're leaving Cranetown Island and we're coming on to Seminole Island, which Seminole Island is pretty good size. So we're not going to go way back onto Seminole Island or anything, because all it is a bunch of houses, and you guys don't need to really see a bunch of houses, and you probably don't want to see a bunch of houses. So just know, you know, that way probably a quarter of a mile is the end of the island, and it just goes round, you know. Don't see very many square islands. But now, in order to make this an island, we're going to go back up here, and I'll show you on this one. Now, I might be wrong, but I think the next place we're going to go to is called Dream Bridge. And please excuse the dirty windshield. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, I need to clean my windshield. So anyways, if we'd have went to the left and went around this island, this is where we would have ended up at. But I wanted to stop and show you guys, look at that nativity scene. Wow, that is just like, wow, that is really something. So anyways, we would have ended up here. But now this isn't the end of the island. This isn't what makes this an island, because this continues on this way And then we have a little place here that's called Cranberry Resort. And it is basically a restaurant bar type deal. So you can come on out here. Now, they call this Shawnee Island. But these two islands are connected. But you can see water to the left first, then right. So that is the island that we're on now, Shawnee Island. But it's not really technically a second island. At one time there was a bridge that would have made it an island, but now the road connects, so it's not, well, the land connects, not just the road. The little culverts underneath of it does not justify calling it an island, in my opinion. So now we're onto this island. And then now coming up is the Dream Bridge that I was telling you about. And I think we're going to stop up here because I have a car behind me. Yes, there's plenty of places to pull off right here. It does say no parking. We are actually not going to park. We're just going to do a little roll and stop, but not even a stop. So you can see somebody out there fishing. Now, when I was growing up, this is called Dream Bridge. Where I live and where I lived back then is not very far. It's just right over in that area, over in there. This was the deepest spot of the lake. It was about 20 foot deep. And there was great, awesome catfish in here. I mean, just awesome, awesome, awesome. And this whole bridge is lit up at night with rope light for the holiday. And yes, we've jumped off that bridge before. So now we are on to Lake Ridge Island, which they have changed the name of this. It used to be called Wolf's Island, or at least that's what I always knew it as. But there is a big mobile home park up here that I work at. I do a lot of work in that park, I guess I should say. And now it's called Lake Ridge Resort. It used to be called Wolf Islands Resort. And I'm pretty sure this whole island was called Wolf's Island. And it's all because of a family, their last name's Wolf's. Or Wolf, and they pretty much owned all of it at one time. But I've seen now that it's been renamed. So, anyways, this is the trailer park I was talking about, starting from right here and going on and down. And it's a pretty big park. Goes on both sides. They're all waterfront. I think every single home here. Let me think about that for just a second. Yes, every single home here, every single trailer here is waterfront. It is all rental land. You own the trailer. It's kind of like where I live. You own the trailer, but you rent the land, the park spot. And I think the last I heard, this is like $685 per month. So that's a lot. And you don't own the land. You just are allowed to park your mobile there. So we've done a lot of vinyl siding jobs and deck jobs and stuff over here. And there it is. It's called Lake Ridge Resort. So now we're getting ready to come off this island. And you'll notice that Colton and I did a video about Let Us Show You Moundwood. So we're coming up on Moundwood now. And when we do, that bridge that we cross, that starts the islands all behind us. Now that we're going forward, we're no longer going to be on the islands. And this is just one of many, 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 many islands here. Blue Herring Cove Drive, that's a beautiful name. Anyways, there's Moundwood off to the right to where Colton and I took you. And here comes the bridge, which makes this an island. Makes sense to me. The others are not islands. But anyways, there is our little tour of the, 5 islands? I think that's what people call it, the 5 islands, so that's why I'm saying 5. I'd have to go back and watch it and count. And let's see if I can remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be 6. Anyways, this is another little great fishing spot across from Moundwood. And maybe someday we'll do a nature walk back in there. Yes, there is another place to nature walk back in there. This is the little river that runs through. This is the Great Miami. Some great deer hunting across there. That's actually state land over there. Great deer hunting. And you can see the underneath the bridge here. It's going down here where you guys can see a little bit better. And like I said, with water underneath the bridge, that's what makes it an island. Because without that bridge, you wouldn't be able to get to that island unless you swam or, jumped. I don't think you can jump that far. I can't. So anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a tour, and thank you for coming along. Not that you have much of a choice, right? Well, I guess you could click off the video. But thank you for coming along on my ventures today. And once again, please, this is a general vlog video. Please give us a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, smash that bell icon and click all so you'll be notified every time we do a video. We got a lot of interesting videos coming up. And I hope you guys have a great day, an even better tomorrow, and an awesome night. And we'll see you on the next venture. Have a great day.